Hi there guys, welcome to my channel. This episode is for grade 9 English first quarter module 1. Before we talk about our topic for today, let us read this short quotation. Laugh when you can, apologize when you should, and let go of what you can't change. In this quote, it means while we are still strong, take time to laugh in every situation. Even when we have a problem, let us laugh. Let us laugh on our mistakes. Apologize when there is a need. Apologizing or saying sorry will not make you small, will not make you a small person, or will not degrade you. And let go of things you cannot change, meaning do not dwell on things you can change, because it will only give you frustrations or disappointments. In this quotation, take note of the words can, should, and can't. Those are examples of modals. Okay. These are our objectives why we are learning this topic. Number 1, express permission, obligation, and prohibition through the use of modals. Number 2, identify the modals expressing permission, obligation, and prohibition. Number 3, communicate more clearly and effectively through proper use of modals in the activities. I hope that at the end of this lesson, you will be able to do all of these things. Okay, what are modals? Here is the definition. Modals are special verbs which function differently in a sentence. It is a verb combines with another verb to indicate mood or tense. It is also known as modal auxiliary or modal verb. Of course, we know that when we say verb, we are referring to action. Okay, so here are examples of verb plus verb combination. May plus talk equals may talk. Can plus sleep equals can sleep. Should plus follow equals should follow. Okay, another ought to plus make equals ought to make. Has to plus watch has to watch. Have to plus obey, have to obey. Okay, we use has to when we refer to singular subject and have to when we refer to plural subject. Okay, modals can be used in many different ways. Number 1 is expressing permission. Okay, so what are the modals used in expressing permission? We use can and may. So there are only 2 here. We use either can or may. Examples, yes, you can borrow my charger, bro. And then another one, we may continue our annual family tradition once this pandemic is over. What's the difference between can and may? Can is informal. And what is informal? It is used in conversation. Okay, and then so you will notice that the example, yes, you can borrow my charger, bro. This is a conversation. And then may is formal. What is formal? Of course, formal is used in writing. So can is used in conversation while may is used in formal writing. Okay. Okay, another modals are modals used to express obligation. Okay, what do we mean by obligation? It means it's necessary. Okay, so what are the modals used to express obligation? We have here has to. If your subject is singular, you use has to, or have to if the subject is plural. And then you also have there must, ought to, and should. Okay, let's take a look at how these modals are used to express obligation, and let's find out their differences. There are 2 types of modals of obligation. Okay, so we have there number 1, those that express a firm obligation or necessity. Okay, in expressing a firm obligation or necessity, we use the modals must and have to. Okay, you have there the examples. You must come. Okay, when you say you must come, I require you to come. Okay, so the speaker is the one requiring you to come. And then you have there another example. You have to come. When we say you have to come, when you use have to, it means there is a rule requiring you to come. The speaker is not the one requiring you to come, but there is a rule outside. It might be a rule of the community, it might be a rule of the house, it might be a rule of the party, whatever it is. When we use have to, meaning there is a rule and you have to follow. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, let us repeat. When we use must, the speaker is the one requiring you or forcing you. But when you use have to, there is a rule outside requiring you or forcing you. Okay. Next is number 2, those that express recommendation or moral obligation. There are 2 modals used to express recommendation or moral obligation. We have the should and the ought to. Okay. Let's see the difference between should and ought to. Should and ought to are used to give advice. They are both used to give advice, but there is a difference between them. Okay, let's find out the difference between should and ought to. Okay, ought to is stronger in meaning. Okay, examples. You should leave tomorrow morning. Okay, we use should here. And this is just a casual statement. So meaning to say, when we use should to give advice, this is not obligatory, or you may follow or not. It's up to you to decide if you're going to follow or not. Okay, next, you ought to leave tomorrow morning. This is a stronger statement. We use here ought to, and this is also an advice, but you have to follow the advice, no? Because if not, there might be a consequence. Okay, let us repeat. We use should to give advice, but the advice is not forceful. You may follow or not. It's up to you. But when we use ought to, it is a stronger statement, and we need to follow whether we like it or not. Because if not, there might be a consequence. Okay, next, modals expressing prohibition. What are the modals used to express prohibition? Or by the way, what do we mean by prohibition? When we say prohibition, it is something that is not allowed or that is not permitted. Okay, what are the modals used to express prohibition? We use cannot or can't, must not or mustn't, should not or shouldn't. Okay. Okay, here are examples. You can't just leave your dirty laundry here. Okay, we use the can't or cannot. No? You cannot just leave your dirty laundry here. Next example, you mustn't disobey your parents. Okay, mustn't or must not. Okay, you must not disobey your parents. Okay. Another modal to express prohibition is the use of shouldn't, okay, or should not. You have there example, anyone shouldn't try to violate quarantine rules, okay. So, shouldn't. And then, it can be anyone should not try to violate quarantine rules, okay.